All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a super high intensity workout that you can do without making a single jump. It's designed specifically for small spaces, like apartments. We're calling it Stealth Sculpt, and we're going to break down exactly how you can get an amazing calorie burn without making a sound. You know the feeling, right? You're pumped to get a workout in, but it's super early or maybe it's late at night. You've got people downstairs, maybe kids sleeping. How do you get that heart rate soaring without sounding like a herd of elephants? Well, that is the exact problem we are solving today. And here it is. This is the big secret, the thing that changes the whole game. The answer isn't to take it easy, it's to work smarter. So forget all the jumping, all those jarring movements. The secret sauce is something we call rhythmic tension. And trust me, it's how you're going to create all the intensity you need, silently. Okay, so let's really dig into this idea, the rhythmic tension secret. It sounds cool, right? But what it really means is learning how silence becomes your greatest strength. So what in the world is rhythmic tension? Well, here's the official definition. It's really the art of keeping your muscles switched on, constantly engaged, while moving to a steady, controlled beat. Think of it like you're flexing with purpose through an entire exercise. There's no rest, no relaxing the muscle, and absolutely no loud impact. That constant work is what gets you the burn, not the sound of your feet hitting the floor. And this slide lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old school way, high impact, jumping jacks, burpees, the stuff that's loud, needs a ton of space, and can be pretty rough on your joints. But then look at the right. That's our method. Rhythmic tension is silent, you can do it anywhere, and this is huge, it targets your muscles, not your joints. It's a total shift from brute force to smart, controlled power. Now, to really understand what's happening inside your body, we're going to have a little fun. Let's personify the two key players that are responsible for all your results. It's time to meet your inner team. First up, say hello to Hardy, your heart. Hardy's here to show you that you do not need to be bouncing off the walls to get a killer cardio workout. By keeping your movement steady, rhythmic, and strong, you keep your heart rate up in that sweet spot for a massive, consistent calorie burn through the whole workout. And here's Hardy's partner in crime. Meet Max, your metabolism. Oh, Max loves constant tension. See, when you keep those muscles firing without ever giving them a break, you're basically telling Max to kick into overdrive and keep burning fuel, even long after you finish the workout. That's the afterburn effect you're looking for, and you get it without a single jump. All right, so the theory is down. We've met our inner team. Now for the fun part. Let's see how this all comes together in a real practical workout. This is the three-phase quiet burn. The whole routine is broken down into three super simple, logical phases. We kick things off with stealth cardio to get that heart rate up. Then we move into floor power for some serious core work. And we finish it all off with a final stealth burn to make sure you've left it all on the table. It's a perfect roadmap. So phase one kicks off with rhythmic step-back lunges. The goal here is simple but powerful. We're engaging the biggest muscles in your body, your glutes, your quads, and we're finding that steady rhythm. This is what gets Hardy, your heart, fired up right from the get-go. Now listen up because this is a game changer. A little pro tip straight from Max, don't just go through the motions here. At the top of every single lunge, I want you to actively squeeze your glutes. That tiny little flex, it creates a massive boost in muscle tension, and that's the signal that tells Max to start burning more fuel immediately. Okay, on to phase two. We're going to take it down to the floor for slow, rhythmic mountain climbers. And the key word here is slow. This isn't about speed, it's about pure control. The focus shifts entirely to your core, keeping your body locked in tight as you maintain that constant rhythmic tension. And here is the absolute key to making this work. Seriously, try this with me right now, wherever you are. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Feel that? That's what we're talking about. If your back starts to sag during this move, you're losing all that tension and all the burn. You've got to stay as flat and solid as a board. And for the grand finale, phase three. We are back on our feet for the final stealth burn, rhythmic shadow boxing. The goal here is to empty the tank. We're throwing controlled, sharp punches to light up the upper body and keep that heart rate absolutely pegged, all while your feet stay quietly planted on the floor. So you can see, this isn't just a handful of random exercises, right? This is a whole system. And once you get the principles, you can turn literally any space into your own private silent gym. Let's wrap it all up.
This slide is basically the whole philosophy in a nutshell. First, always move with rhythmic tension. Second, wake up hearty and max. Engage them on purpose. Make sure your nutrition is on point to support the work. I love this next one. Land like a cat, not a rhino. Be silent, be controlled. And, most important of all, always, always focus on perfect form over sloppy speed. That's the blueprint.
And that brings us to the end. You've got the theory, you've got the practical moves, you have the entire system. It's so simple, but it is so incredibly effective. So the only question left for you is, what's the first quiet move